I hope that you are well and also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today we'll be doing our grade 3 English lesson on nouns. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of language arts, grade 3, and then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of nouns. All right. So our chapter is nouns. Our subject is English language arts. Grade 3. And the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of nouns is which word is a noun and to identify nouns. All right. So a noun, right? It's a word that names a person, names a place, a thing, or an idea, right? So some nouns, right? We see that the noun it names a person, it names a place, a thing, or even an idea, right? And some of the nouns, if it names people, right, then it can be words such as daughter, can be passenger, firefighter, it can be girl, can be boy, right? Those are, it can even be teacher. Those are nouns that names people. And then some of the nouns, right, it names places. Places like, for example, we can say I'm going to the forest, I'm going to the zoo, can be island, can even be words like I'm going to school, I'm going to the park, right? Those are names or of places, right? It's nouns and it names places. And then we have nouns that names things. And things can literally be anything. It can be a canoe, right? It can be a lion, can be hammer, can be books, can even be the laptop that you're sitting in front of, can be TV or television, right? Those are all things. And then we have nouns like month or let's say question. Um, they name things that you cannot touch or see. And then we have some of the nouns that name ideas, right? And some nouns that names ideas, it's words like courage, wisdom, happiness, right? All right. So once again, we are doing nouns. And a noun, it is a word that names a person or people, a place, thing, or idea. And when we say it names a person, place, thing, or idea, it doesn't necessarily have to be the type of noun, right? Because we are not just saying nouns, which are general, right? So this is basically general. So instead of, for example, giving the name of the daughter, we just say daughter, the passenger. We say firefighter. But as soon as we start giving a name to that, say for example, we had to give the daughter's name, now it becomes a proper noun, right? It's also a noun, but these are all general nouns that we're making mention of. That is why we specifically just said forest, zoo, island, school, park for names of places. But as soon as we name the forest, we name the zoo, we name the island, school, or park, then it becomes a proper noun. And the same with names of things, right? Some nouns names things and it's words like maybe it can be a canoe, it can be a lion, it can be a hammer, right? It can be books, laptops, right? TV or so on. All right. So now we're going along to aplusstudents.ca. All right, so now we're going to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've gone to aplusstudents.ca, and then we are going to the first lesson, which is going to be which word is a noun. So we're going to that one. All right. So now, once again, right, we see noun is a word that names a person, place, thing, or idea. We have name nouns that names people. So even if we just say boy, we say girl, we say mother, we say father, we say firefighter, teacher, daughter. Those are all general nouns that names people, right? If we name places, right? And then it can be forest, it can be zoo, it can be island, it can be school, it can be playground, it can be park, right? Those are just things that names places. So it's basically any place that you are making mention of, but you're not giving the specific name of it, right? And then we also have things, right? Which is like canoe and lion and hammer, right? And then they say nouns like month or nouns like question, right? It names things that you cannot touch or see, right? You cannot touch it, you cannot see it, right? And that is basically our nouns, right? When you're talking about month or question. And in some nouns, name ideas, right? It can be courage, wisdom, happiness, right? And especially courage, wisdom, happiness. These are things that you cannot touch, right? So when it comes to nouns, of course, later on we will find out there are different types of nouns. You get your proper nouns, you get your common nouns, you get your abstract nouns, right? But for now, we're just going to be generalizing when it comes to nouns. And we know that a noun, it names a person, it names a place, a thing, or idea. And that is even without giving the name of the person. Instead of just saying Pragya, we can say it's either a girl or a boy. You understand? Instead of saying PK, we can say it's a girl or a boy, right? Instead of saying nanny, we can say it's a girl or a boy, for example. So those are nouns. So now we're going to say which word is a noun, right? So the word, they're going to give you a word in bold. And then you're going to have to say if the word in bold is a noun, right? And if the noun is the word in bold is a noun, we will say yes. If the noun in bold is not a noun, we will say no, and then we will identify the noun within that sentence. So now look at the word left, right? Look at the word left in the sentence that says, I must have left my camera on the shelf, he explained. I must have left my camera on the shelf, he explained. If you look at the word left, right, within that sentence, is that word left a noun? All right, so if we look at the word lift, right? This word lift is not a noun, right? This word lift is not a noun. So we're just going to say that no, it is not a noun. If we look at the word go, right, in the sentence it says, when darkness falls, she will excuse herself and go to bed. Is that word go a noun? All right. So if we look at the word go, right, it says she will excuse herself and go to bed, right? So we will then say nope and nope, that it is not a noun. So we're going to say no, this is not a noun. The giant pitcher was full of juice. The giant pitcher was full of juice. Is the word juice a noun? Is the word juice a noun? Yes or no? So juice, is juice a noun? Yes or no? That's all we have to say. So yes, we will then say that juice is a noun, right? All right, so we're going to test now and we're going to say which word is a noun, right? So we're going to either say yes or we're going to say no when it comes to the word that is in bold, right? So we're going to look at the word in bold and we're going to say, is that word in bold a noun? Yes or no? It is important not to pollute the river or the stream. The word pollute, is that a noun? Yes or no? So it is important not to pollute the river or the stream. So the word pollute, is that word a noun or is it not a noun? If we look at that sentence, right, it says it is important not to pollute the river or the stream. If we look at the word pollute, what is pollute? Is pollute a noun, verb, adverb, adjective? What is it? Exactly. Beautiful. So, pollute is something that people do. So, if pollute is something that people do, then we will basically say that pollute is a verb, right? It is an action, right? So pollute is something that people do, so which means that it is a verb because a verb is a doing word. So well done. Pollute is not a noun. So well done. Well done. My parents usually notice when a vegetable isn't fresh. So the word fresh, is the word fresh a noun? Yes. Or is it not a noun? No. All right. So fresh, is it a noun or what is it? All right. So if we look at that sentence, right, it says my parents usually notice when a vegetable isn't fresh, right? So usually the word fresh, right, is an adjective. But in this case, it is again being displayed as a noun, right? It is on its own like a noun. But usually it is, let's say, an adjective. And remember, an adjective, it tells us more about a noun, right? All right, so we're going to say, let's rather say no, right? But usually fresh, right, would be an adjective, right? Because it will basically tell us more about the noun. Fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, right? Fresh something. So it will basically be or takes the place of an adjective, right? So can be no, but it also can be yes, because sometimes it will also be able to take the place of a noun. Let's just see. I'm going to say no, right? But let's see what it says. Ah, and no, it is not because fresh is an adjective. Why do fishermen wear such tall boots to work every day? The word boots, is that a noun? Yes, or it's not a noun? No. So boots, is boots a noun? Or what is boots? Boots. All right. So if we were to choose either if it's yes or no, then we can say yes, boots is a noun. So well done. I always chain my bicycle to a pole. So the word to, is that a noun? Yes or no? To, is that a noun? Yes or no? So I chain my bicycle to a pole. Is that a noun or yes or no? So to, what do you think to is? What do you think what part of speech is to? We said fresh was a an adjective, so what do you think to might be? So basically to is a preposition. All right, so to is a preposition, so no, it is not a noun. So well done, everybody. The hero of the story showed a lot of courage. The hero of the story showed a lot of courage. Is the word hero a noun? Yes or no? Hero. So the word hero, is that a noun or yes or no? All right. Yeah, so yes, we're going to say hero is a noun and it names a person. So well done. Yes, lovely, lovely. So yes, it is, right? So hero is our noun. Perhaps we'll go down to the creek after lunch, is it? So now the word go, is that word go a noun? Go. So if we look at the word go, is that a noun? Yes or no? All right, so we're going to say no, the word go is not a noun. All right. So now we're going to identify nouns, right? And once again, we said a noun, it names people, places, things, animals also falls under things and ideas, right? That is a noun. And we said it can be anything as long as it relates to the question. So if we look at words, it says you need to select the two nouns within the sentence. It says the pilot smiled at the passenger. The pilot smiled at the passenger. And if we were to identify the two words, right, we would say it is pilot. Pilot is number one, and passenger are the two selected nouns within that sentence. All right, so pilot and passenger, we would say that is our nouns. All right, now we're moving on. So yes, here it says name a pilot names a person as well as a passenger names a person. So well done. The man always sits on the bench outside the cabin. All right. No problem. All right, so now if we look at this word, it says we need to select three nouns, right? We're going to do just one more, then we're quickly going to our test. The man always sits on the bench outside the cabin. Three words. Let's select three words quickly. Three nouns, and then we're going to our test up until the lesson is over. Three nouns. All right, so if we look at the three words that we are going to, let's say, identify, we're going to identify it as yes, man, that's correct. So man, we can bench and cabin. So well done, well done. All right. So man, bench, and cabin, those are nouns. All right, so now we're going to select the two words and then say, does your cousin own a camera? We need to select the two nouns. Is it cousin and camera, or is it own and camera that are the two words that are nouns? So cousin and camera or own and camera. So does it cousin and camera or own and camera? Two words. All right, then if we were to select the two words, right, that shows the camera, the nouns, sorry, we would say it is cousin and camera. So we need to select two nouns. Does your cousin, oh, we said it's camera and, yes, we said camera and cousin. Is your brother still inside his bedroom? We need to select two words that are nouns within your sentences. Is it brother and bedroom, or is it inside and bedroom? All right. So if we choose the correct one, we will choose brother, who's a noun, names a person, and bedroom, it names a thing. So now we must say the queen lives in a huge palace. The queen lives in a huge palace. We must select two nouns. All right, and if we select the two nouns, we can either say is it option one or option two? All right, so that is now basically the end of our lesson on nouns. In our next lesson, we are definitely going to go over all the other lessons that are there on the holiday. Oh, sorry. Right. So, in our next lesson, we are going to continue on nouns. Right. For now, thank you very much, everybody, for joining the class. And I really hope that you are going to have a good day or a good weekend. Um, yes. So I really hope you're going to have a good weekend. So goodbye. All right. Goodbye, everybody.